Hello, I'm Larimar. Today I wanted to make a video about your life purpose by astrological perspective. So this is based off of your chart ruler, the ruler of your first house. And I decided to make this series because I personally found it very useful to get to know who I am and get the clues from my birth chart. It helped me deepen my self-awareness and helped me realize the aspects of myself that I was not consciously aware of. So basically it allowed me to see myself from objective perspective. So I think it's very cool. So for those of you who are not familiar with what is birth chart is basically a snapshot of the energetic dynamics at the time of your birth from your birth location. And it's interesting that this energy starts playing out throughout your entire life. So once you know how to decipher your charts, you can have a lot of clues about your life and how to ace your life. So I hope this is helpful for you, and let me know if you resonate with it. And know that not every single details are predetermined from the moment of your birth because we all have our free wills. However, there are certain things that were predetermined that we agreed upon to play this life. For example, there are certain things that we cannot really change, like the location of birth and parent, sibling, childhood experience, especially when we are physically vulnerable and don't have a lot of power to change the external circumstances. So those things are predetermined, and are accurately reflected on your chart. And most of the time, your childhood has a lot to do with your previous lifetime, and mostly the things that were not resolved in that time. So it was carried over to this current lifetime. Yeah, so without further ado, I would like to dive in. Hello, I'm Larimar. In this video, I want to talk about your life purpose from astrological perspective. So if your chart ruler or the ruler of your first house is in the 10th house, this is the video you would like to watch. So for example, your rising sign is Aries and your Mars is in the 10th house Capricorn. Your rising sign is Taurus and your Venus is in the Aquarius 10th house. Your rising sign is Gemini and your Mercury is in Pisces 10th house. Your rising sign is Cancer and your moon is in Aries 10th house. If your rising sign is Leo and your sun is in Taurus in 10th house. Your rising sign is Virgo and your Mercury is in 10th house Gemini. Your rising sign is Libra. Your Venus is in Cancer. Your rising sign is Scorpio and your Mars or Pluto is in your 10th house in Leo. Your rising sign is Sagittarius and your Jupiter is in Virgo, 10th house. Your rising sign is Capricorn and your Saturn is in your 10th house, Libra. Your rising sign is Aquarius and your Saturn or Uranus is in your 10th house, which is in Scorpio. Finally, your rising sign is Pisces and your Jupiter or Neptune is in Sagittarius. Whew. So your life purpose has to do with your career, your public recognition. It can be very auspicious, especially in this modern society, because a lot of people are encouraged to do better, excel in the career and in the corporate world. You could be very active in the career scene. And of course, it's going to be different for everyone depending on which planet and which zodiac sign you would have in the 10th house. But at the bottom line, you'll be strongly self-identified with career and what you do and what you put out in the world. That can be like your identity. So your career equals yourself. That would be an example of your mindset. So in other words, your social status, public recognition, and reputation would be almost like everything for you. Certainly, this is a lifetime that you will need to develop this area. So if you are like that, you're on the right path. You are supposed to be a leader of any sort, whatever you do, which industry you're in. So developing your leadership quality is important, and climbing up the social ladder and managing a hierarchical traditional organization and getting to the top of the organization is your mission. So you're supposed to be visible. You're supposed to be proactive and go out and present yourself, promote what you do, and even become a public figure. And also, one of the life mission is to learn to make executive decisions, which is part of leadership quality. And you could become a role model for other people. And of course, it's gonna be depending on what you do. So for example, if your Saturn is in the 10th house, Saturn is a hard teacher. So if you make any mistake in career or public settings, there's a higher chance that you can be criticized than other people. And this is because you need to learn to take the right way, right approach that is accepted by society. If you have Saturn in the 10th house, it will take a while to reach your goals because Saturn delays everything but matures in time and gives you a guaranteed success. It may just take 20 or 30 years to achieve your goals. But think of it as a long-term plan, and developing discipline and patience, diligence is a key for you. So this is for those of you who have Saturn in the 10th house, which is also the ruler of the first house. But if you have Jupiter there, you can be a teacher of some sort. You can be like a guru type person and having a lot of wisdom to share with others. Depending on the zodiac sign, the industry can be different, but you can be a teacher of some sort. And if you have Mars there, you are like a general type person who makes decisions quickly and lead people and push people to perform better, and you could be very action oriented and adaptable, highly strategic. 10th house also rules one of your parents, so you would have a role model, either like your mom or dad. This person could be a role model for your life and career as well. So trying to benchmark how she or he is done would be beneficial for you. And by the way, running a business is not the only way to fulfill your life mission. The key point is to take responsibility. You can focus on taking your responsibilities as a social position, whatever you have, and putting things into organization and developing your management skills will be important for you, not just for your career, but for your overall life. And that could be where you can find the most emotional fulfillment. Yeah, and especially if your ruling planet is strong in the 10th house, you will be very successful. So I think that's about it. You are supposed to shine bright. You are not supposed to stay behind the scene, working behind the scene. So your mission in general is to do with what you do in career, what you put out in the world, and how you present yourself, how you come across in the world. you'll be very invested in this field and developing this quality and climbing up the social status and achieve the recognition and respect from others. So that is your life purpose in this lifetime, and I hope you found it useful. So, yeah, if you've been debating and thinking about how to make a good balance between your personal life and your professional life, I hope this helps you, and hopefully you can build a good system that works for you, that sustains both your professional life and personal life. So, yeah, let me know if you resonate with it. Leave me a comment below. I would love to read your comments, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.